And it's hard to be humble when I do the breaststroke through an underground tunnel and come up on the other side in a jacuzzi being greeted by two naked models with suds on their booties. Sorry, guys. I guess I'm just kind of in a happy mood because it's kind of sad to say, but I got my first MOAB, and I mean, I know commentators are like, yeah, I got 50 MOABs, but I'm not afraid to admit that I really struggled in Modern Warfare 3 for the first few months, and I feel like I'm starting to really grab a hold of that, and like, I mean, the first few weeks were really bad. Like, my KD was barely over 1, and then I pulled it up to about a 1.3-ish, and it's pulling up even from there. And I'm not seeing any games really where I'm going negative, and I'm just getting a really good feel for the game. I mean, what am I now? 4th prestige, and overall, I'm definitely got the game by the balls. I feel like. I mean, not to say that I'm like the best player out there. I'm not a white boy, and I'm no extremely awesome, perfect player. But I definitely feel like not as good as I was at Black Ops, but I'm getting more of that feeling where I get I don't know, like, let me think, 49 and 9. Those aren't uncommon. Like, I can do that like all the time when I'm really trying. And I mean, obviously not if you're playing like all 10th prestige players that are in a party and super try hard mode. But a lot of the time I'm doing well. And so yeah, and I was extremely proud of this when this happened. I was like, towards the end, I'm getting a little more campy, like jizz in my pants moment. Like, I think I had 2 times. One where I was at a 24 and died, and one where I was at a 23 and died. And I didn't want to have another like heartbreak moment here, so I was like completely pissing my pants and scared out of my mind. Yes, I went from jizzing to pissing in my pants there. I don't know how, but I think I died once or twice before I ended up getting the MOAB. So I don't know how many times I've died already. I might have already got the 2 or the 1 out of the way, but it gets pretty intense at certain points. But like I said, towards the end, I'm not like all out rushing. And but I'm not like standing in one building waiting for them to come in the room. And so yeah, enough about the gameplay. I guess I know what I want to tell you guys. That I had a video up of my girlfriend playing Xbox because she got an Xbox for Christmas, and her sounding. It was pretty funny. It was her and my other friend. They were just no idea what was going on. They're complete idiots with the game. But I recorded so many. We had a big session where me and them were playing, and she actually had a friend who was playing with us too. So all their voices were in there, and it was great. Like, it was in my opinion, it was 10 times funnier than the first one, and just because there was like more people, and it was hilarious. And I fixed the audio, and everything was gonna be perfect. And I imported it into iMovie, and I realized I didn't record the voice the right way. To get technical, I didn't play through both on my Xbox. I only played through my headset, the voice. And so that really sucked. I had like enough for like 3 episodes at least that were all hilarious and I loved. And I was really disappointed. And and I mean, as they get less newbie, it gets less funny. And if you guys do want to still see more, I mean, I can go record more. I just have to play with them again. And I have been, but I haven't really been recording. So tell me if you guys wanted to see that. And if you didn't see that video, make sure you go check that out because that got good response and lots of lols and raffles and ha-has. Because I really enjoyed that video. So yeah, just tell me if you guys want to see that if you enjoyed that. So I guess the main topic, I mean, I normally have like subtopics, and one big thing I like talking about when I do commentaries is I want to talk to you guys about trolls. And not just in the general sense that we see it on YouTube where it's like, oh my god, you guys, you're terrible YouTubers, just delete your channel. Like I'm not talking about, I mean, I am talking about them. I'm talking about trolls in general And trolls exist in the real world too, not just in YouTube, not just uh, in blogs. Or they're everywhere. And I mean, you might not call them that in real life. You might just call them jerks or assholes. And a troll is just basically someone that's out there to make someone feel bad, or make someone feel like what they're doing isn't good, or make them feel like how they're acting is not the way to be acting or whatever. I mean, some people call them bullies, some people call them whatever, but they're everywhere. They're not just like in high schools. They're not the bullies in high schools. They're in the adult world too. And I mean, I see that a lot. Like, my parents have issues with people, and people have issues with, and they have issues with people, and people have issues with them. And I mean, it's just in general people. And I mean, I don't get why people care so much about things. I mean, I'm trying. I have a certain thing on my mind that I can't really talk about in specifics, but people in general that just bud their nose in places that just that pisses me off. And those are trolls in my mind. If you're really gonna go out of your way to make someone else's life miserable, you can go shoot yourself. Like, there's no point if it's not hurting you, and it's all it's doing, and then it's just crazy to do it. It doesn't make sense to me that people can be so miserable with their own lives that they just have to make other people's lives miserable. And I wish I could say more. Like, I wish I could go into specifics and tell you this whole story, and I would if it was my story to tell, which it's not. I mean, I'm part of it, but it's not my story to tell. And but that being said, I could talk about smaller incidences and like incidences. Can't say that word. That, like, for example, I have a friend, the word I use lately, I guess. Hey, he's a friend. He's a friend sometimes. Sometimes he's biggest enemy. Sometimes he's just whatever. But he, for some reason, he's set on trying to embarrass me about this whole YouTube deal, which I'm not embarrassed about at all, just to tell you. But for some reason, he thinks I am, and so he goes around like posting on Facebook like, "Oh, if you're looking for a good time, go to Palmerater YouTube," or like Twitter, dudes, guys, go check out Palmerater. And he's like, hashtag this shit is dope. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, it's not what everyone does, but I'm not embarrassed by it. But he's just out there to try to anger me. He's trying to whatever the word is, not pull my leg, but one of those words. And he's actually the troll that you guys see on my videos many times. What is it, like A Columbia or something like that? Like, oh yeah, this Palmerater rapes little girls, or like weird ass shit. He's actually a pretty fucked up kid, if you know him. And but it's funny to me because I mean, he's not a real troll because he knows me, and he does it as a joke, and I understand that. And he's probably gonna be watching this video right now and posting some gay ass comment. But it's just that in general, that way in general, just to try to piss people off. I mean, I'm not saying there. Oh, sorry. There we go. There's the MOAB, and I was so happy here. And yeah, fail knife. And yeah, so my first MOAB, and I happened to record it for you guys, and that made me pretty happy. So what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not saying that I never try to piss people off. I mean, I do. I'm not trying to sound like a perfect person, but people that do it all the time, like, there's people in this world that just live on people's hatred of them somehow, which I don't understand. But yeah, I guess that's all I have time to say. I have plenty more to say on that subject, but because this gameplay is coming to an end. And so yeah, that is it. I think I go 30-2 in this game, which isn't like an insanely high score, but it's not bad considering 25 of those kills, or 26 or whatever it was, were all on one kill streak. So yeah, I haven't pimped out my Twitter channel in a while. So guys, if you want to go check that out, it's twitter.com/Palmerater. I'm gonna start trying to do more stuff on there. I haven't been, and but I will now. And so guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, that's it. Palmerater signing off. Peace.